Then we'll have part two of Chris and Jennifer coming up in just moments. But as you can see, guys, we did get a text. Do you want to read that, Chris?
Sure. It has now been 8 weeks since we accepted bank counter and still don't have approval on a short sale. What's taking so long? Well, the perfect guest we brought in today, Randy.
Jeff, what a great question to start off the show, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good one to get me warmed up. It's a real misconception that you would think that once the bank gives you a counter on the price, that they're ready to approve the short sale. But from their point of view, they want to get the price right first, and then they do their underwriting on the actual seller and whether they're eligible for the short sale. So we do see that 8 weeks seems to be a little longer than what you would like to see and what we would expect. But typically, the file's then put to the investor, and that's when there's the review of the seller, the borrower's eligibility.
You know, I was going to say, Jeff, you and I have got quite a history here going back with different files, and the case of, I think we should explain maybe just for those of you that know, we apologize, but let's review it one more time. That I have a mortgage and I'm paying my payment to XYZ Bank. XYZ Bank, we send in a short sale. They say they accept. And it really should be the, hey, everything lines up letter. You know, they call it an approval, but it's technically not because it goes from there to an end investor, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And very few loans are portfolioed, which means they keep it at the bank, which it's their money from their vault.
Absolutely. Over 80% of the market is owned by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the FHA. So they're the decision makers, even though you may have your loan serviced by Wells Fargo or Bank of America.
Okay. So even this file here, they could actually just, I know that they're listening, so they could have this file sitting for 8 weeks and the end investor could come back and counter the offer.
Absolutely. But if let's say it was Wells Fargo that was servicing it, they try to get the price they think that Fannie Mae will accept.
Sure.
And so that's early in the process, not at the end of the process.
Okay. Well, very fair, you know.
All right. Should we get back to part two with your interview with Jennifer?
Let's do it.
Let's do that right now. Now, always your real estate questions are welcome at 651-989-9226 or text at 81807. Here's Chris.
Okay, we're back with Jennifer from Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. We've been discussing new resources available to home buyers. Jennifer, what are those resources and how do customers access them?
That's a great question. So our two online resources are My First Home and the Wells Fargo Learning and Planning Center. My First Home is a free online education program designed to help first home buyers and ready-again home buyers prepare to purchase home and become responsible homeowners. It's an engaging, interactive learning experience and is available when and where users want to learn about finding, financing, and owning a home.
You know, I've seen it and had my customers use it, and it's really good information. Now, it's free?
Yes, it is. It's flexible for their needs, lets them learn at their own pace, and provides opportunities to test their knowledge.
Okay, how about the Wells Fargo Learning and Planning Center?
So this is a website that really resonates with today's research-oriented home buyers, helping users follow a clear path from interest in buying a home to the loan closing and beyond. It's intuitive navigation, on-demand tools, and easy-to-follow information. This really helps site visitors feel more knowledgeable and in charge throughout the planning and purchase process. And users can return at any time to clarify information.
Well, thanks, Jennifer. You know, Andy and I always talk about the key to a successful transaction is information. And My First Home and the Learning Planning Center are fabulous resources. We'll be back again after the next break and talk about My Home Roadmap next. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. Equal Housing Lender.
And we'll return with more of the Real Estate Radio Hour in just a moment. 651-989-9226. If you have a real estate question, it's always welcome. Or send the guys a text at 81807. We'll take this break, be right back with more Real Estate Radio Hour here on 830 WCCO.